Transparency Tracker, a group digging into government spending, is focusing on property taxes.
Jeremy Portnoy of Open the Books joins us now live with a breakdown. And Jeremy, how do property taxes compare between different countries in Maine, or counties, excuse me?
So we just got a new report from the Tax Foundation that comes out every year. They say that now Maine is paying on average 0.94% of the value of their house in property taxes. That doesn't change a ton depending on what county you're in. The highest is Penobscot County, that's 1.3%. The lowest, Hancock County, 0.9%. But of course, the property values vary. So in Cumberland County, the actual payments are about $1,000 higher than anywhere else in Maine. They're paying $4,577 on average. Second place is York County. The average payment is almost $3,700.
And how does that compare to other states?
So the rate itself is the 20th highest in the country. So about average, low compared to the rest of New England. But of course, the price of homes in Maine, as you probably know, is growing faster than anywhere else in the country. Wages haven't exactly kept pace. Income is still 29th in the country. So for that reason, the Tax Foundation report has Maine ranked number 48 in the country for what they're calling property tax competitiveness. They're saying families and businesses could leave the state because the laws are supposedly more unattractive than anywhere else except for Vermont and Connecticut.
So what does the future look like right now?
So there's different think tanks talking about this, different political views. They all seem to agree the future doesn't look very bright. If you look at the American Legislative Exchange Council, they lean to the right. They have Maine ranked 45th in the country for their economic outlook. They say high taxes for corporations and wealthy families are going to hurt economic development. Then if you look at the Maine Center for Economic Policy, they lean to the left. They say Maine has a bad outlook because there's too many loopholes for wealthy families and corporations, and that we need to tax them more to ensure education and health care for the future. So as you probably know, a lot of ideas in the legislature. Republicans want to lower taxes for seniors. Democrats want to increase the homestead exemption. For now, it looks like they're likely going to create a task force that's going to review this for about a year and then make recommendations on what the way forward is.
So what solutions have other states come up with? Do you think that they could work in Maine?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every state in the country is discussing this now. Texas just passed a law this week. They're going to send almost $4 billion to school districts to help them lower their property taxes. Wyoming just passed a law similar to Maine Republicans' idea. They're going to cut property taxes in half for seniors that have been living there for 25 years. The governor of Montana wants to raise property taxes on second homes and Airbnbs so he can lower them for everyone else. And those are just a few examples. There's definitely a lot of ways forward for Maine.
All right, Jeremy Portnoy with Open the Books. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Of course. Thanks for having me.